Hello, it's Alison Winsrich, and I am taking over Survivor Chest Insta Stories today. So sorry for the crazy look. I'm about to go for a run with my friend. So I usually run with a friend one day on the weekend. So we are running Sunday morning and about 4 miles. It's pretty chilly in Texas today. So after I get to running, I will be back on and fill you guys more in on. Hello, I am back. Finished my run, got some groceries, so I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit about me and my story. So thanks to Lexi for letting me do this and share with you all. So I'm Alison Winsrich, and that is my Instagram account, and I am a 22-year cancer survivor. I was diagnosed this month of 1996 with my Non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And I was lucky in the fact that my tumor was under my arm and it was growing really quickly, and so I felt it. It was painful, and had an excisional biopsy done, and then was diagnosed. And I was in college at the time at UT in Texas. And so instead of going back to school that spring of '97, I stayed home and had 3 rounds of chemotherapy called CHOP, so 3 IV drugs and an oral prednisone, and then I had about 5.5 weeks of radiation. And so, went back to school fairly quickly after that and tried to get back to normal life, but started experiencing some different things like pleurisy and just immune issues. After college, I did end up going back to school and became a physician assistant. I went to school at Baylor College of Medicine in Houston, became a PA, graduated in 2003, and then began working. And I worked 10 years in oncology. So I worked with a doctor that treated me, which was pretty cool. It was a pretty big center, and was there for 10 years. But while I was there, I started getting having more health issues that I was trying to figure out what was going on. Main things were anxiety and immune issues, and just a lot of stress and panic attacks, and just not doing really well. And I had 2 young kids at the time, which I was super grateful for having kids, even despite having all this cancer and stuff, chemo. And around that time, I started learning a little bit more about what we call functional medicine or integrative medicine. And my clinic was very much traditional. There wasn't much aftercare in regards to follow-up and taking care of people after the treatment. So I was really trying to bridge that gap with doing survivorship, but it just wasn't the right setting. And I just kind of felt like I needed to be doing something else. And so as I was learning more about things like gut health and toxins and food and things like that, my symptoms started to improve, and then I realized I wanted to help people in a different way. So I started looking at health coaching, and then I got a certification in holistic health coaching in January of this year with the Institute of Integrative Nutrition. And I was actually working in a functional medicine office for the last 2 years, but I quit my job in June, mainly because I wanted to work from home, and I really saw the potential and the need to help people this way. So now I get to help people, learn about whole foods and gut health and how to remove toxins from our life and just how to make small changes over time that make a big impact on our health. Just by doing that, I have been able to overcome an autoimmune thyroid without medication. I've gotten rid of decades of allergies and sinus issues and infection issues. My skin's cleared up. All my digestive issues are gone. I have energy. I just feel so much better. And my anxiety is gone. That was huge. There's a huge gut-brain connection. So that's kind of my goal now as a health coach, is to teach people about all this stuff, because I really believe a lot of our diseases begin with poor gut health and that we can reverse disease. So I wanted to share just a few resources with y'all that I think are really helpful. This is one. This is Chris Beat Cancer. He has an Instagram and a blog, and he helps people overcome cancer naturally, as he did. This is another awesome book by a doctor in the UK, Dr. Chatterjee, How to Make Disease Disappear. This is really great, and it has really easy steps and tips that you can incorporate in your life now. Also, the Truth About Cancer series. Let me get this book. The Truth About Cancer series was really instrumental for me about having hope and learning actually how to prevent another cancer to come, because that's always our biggest fear, or mine is. So that was really helpful. Also, just this one about mindset. I think our minds are very powerful, and we can really change what we think, and that affects our whole body. A couple other ones are by Dr. Josh Axe, called Eat Dirt. Okay, so Eat Dirt by Josh Axe. He's also a big functional doctor who healed his mom's cancer after she was relapsed for the 3rd time the natural way. So this is great. And then Mark. Okay, I'm in the bathroom. I'll be off soon, but I wanted to share, because a lot of our personal care products are really causing problems, making us sick, increasing risks of things like endocrine issues and cancer. So it's really important. It's really important to have clean products. So this is a really good brand I like that you can buy anywhere. It's my face cleanser. They also have shampoo, conditioner. And then I use these morning and night serums, and those are very clean. And then this is my tinted sunscreen. So I've had 2 basal cell cancers as well. So I really try to be mindful of that and wear sunscreen. And then this is a new shampoo I'm using. My sister's a hairdresser and got it for me. It's Natural Leak. So anyway, so just wanted to show a few things. I mean, because even toothpaste has a bunch of bad ingredients. So I'm actually using one right now by this brand that's kind of charcoal in it to help whiten your teeth. But yeah, so just start thinking about your products and maybe what you can replace. Making bread. Hi. The only bread I'll eat is the bread that he makes. It's me. It's about 5:30, and we'll shortly be doing a little bit more meal prep and dinner and getting the kids ready for bed. But this is kind of like my typical Sunday is usually running, and then usually I go to the store Saturday or Sunday. A lot of times we'll go to church, but we went last night, and then doing a little bit of meal prep and then kid stuff. I took my daughter to a birthday party earlier, and then just trying to relax and get ready for the week. So, but I just wanted to share just a couple things that I've learned as a health coach, as a functional medicine PA, as a cancer survivor. You know, life can be hard and challenging, as you all know, but having the right positive mindset, learning how to manage stress is huge. Stress is a big underlying issue, I think, for a lot of illness. And then learning about food, proper nutrition. I like to eat for gut health. That's my big thing, is all about the gut. Our gut microbiome is responsible for most of our immune system and lots of good functions for ourselves and our mental health. So that means eating lots of organic vegetables, things like beans and greens, and good fats and good sources of protein. I don't eat a lot of red meat. I try to not eat that much animal protein to begin with. I don't do dairy. If I do, it's maybe a quality source of whey for a protein drink. I don't do gluten. When I eat whole grains, it's things like brown rice or quinoa, or things like beans or whole foods like that, and nuts and seeds. So that's kind of the premise of my diet. I also have a really awesome water purifier called a Berkey, because our water is also a source of contaminants. I try to avoid antibiotics as much as possible, just because they're detrimental on the gut health. I try to avoid medications in general. I try to have clean products in my house, all those things, right? Another thing too is exercise and sleep. I try to do those. Exercise is my stress reliever. It helps me sleep better. When I eat right as well, I also sleep better. So sleep is huge for us healing and immune system recovering. So I know sometimes it can be overwhelming to take care of ourselves, but if you are overwhelmed, just start with one area. Food, exercise, sleep, toxins, stress. Start with one of those areas. That book, How to Make Disease Disappear, is a great